Good morning and happy Sunday, y'all. I hope you're doing well. I want to thank you all for the over 100K views on my message to Miss Rock, and I hope she sees it. I'm about 85% better, so I think by the end of the day I'll be get that other 15%. I'm drinking my hot toddy. I was trying to put a little caption in there before I posted the picture, but I'm not a seasoned TikToker, so I hit the button and published before I knew it. Okay, so I was happening to scroll around on YouTube this morning, and I saw this short of Jaden Alexis and Blueface. And I think, I guess they started dating when they were in high school or whatever. And I was looking at her, not really paying too much attention to him, but looking at her over the years, how she has looked, okay? And then I also went and looked at, because there was a similar one of Chrisean Rock before Blueface. And again, not necessarily focusing on him, but focusing on her, the transition of how she looked. And I wish I could say, in both of those instances, during this transition over time, that they looked happy. But I can't say that. And it's not necessarily about their relationship, but it's about relationships in general. And this goes for men too. When I was younger, again, not listening, so I want y'all to get a hold of this, because I wasn't listening to my mom when she saw me, following after and chasing after these guys that clearly, one, weren't about me, and two, I shouldn't have been about. And saw me going through these changes and crying and all this kind of stuff. My mother said to me, TJ, loving someone and having a meaningful relationship is hard work, but it never should be hard to love someone. Okay? Basically, they should be lovable. Okay? It shouldn't be hard to love them. And in those cases with me, it was hard to love them. I'm going to try to make it work, putting a square peg in a round hole. It wasn't working. But what was happening is I was aging. Those young girls are aging prematurely. And how many of you have been in situations like that when you are just in a relationship and it's aging you? That's not love, sweetheart. That's not love. When I was married to my daughter's father, we reconnected when she was 5. There was a reason we didn't work out the first time. But for the year that we were living together as a family, I aged about 10 years. I aged about 10 years. You could see it in my face. You could see it in my weight. For the time that I was with that fool who ended up putting his hands on me, we had only been together maybe 6 months. I had aged about 5 years. That other people could see it. Because the last time with that fool, my boss, we were having a conversation about my performance, and my boss said to me, we were going over my checklist. He said, TJ, I noticed you're shrinking. So I thought he meant shrinking because I was trying to lose weight at the time. No, he said, no, that's not what I mean. The person I met when she reached out to me to mentor her, the person that I've seen in these meetings and doing, she's shrinking. The person who was outgoing, who was walking into a room and commanded, she's shrinking. Because it was hard to love that guy. He wasn't lovable. It was hard to love my ex-husband because he wasn't lovable to me. And lovable has nothing to do with how much money they have. Okay? So when I look at those young girls, and I'm going to focus on Chrisean Rock, when she got with him, I'm not going to say she was innocent because none of us really are. But she looked innocent. I looked at her high school picture. The beautiful smile, skin, naturally beautiful. And then after him. And I'm not saying it's because of him, but I'm just saying after him. She's missing a tooth. Now, he didn't knock it out. But when you're with someone, they should inspire to bring the best out of you, not the worst. They should inspire you to be your best self, not your worst self. And I think about, even again, I'm not in the hip hop world, and I think the only reason why I even know who she is, Chrisean Rock, and all them people are, is because my YouTube nieces and nephews, because I have no idea. But even Jaden, you know, the whole transformation, they are too young to look this old. They're too young to look this unhappy. And if you have to project how happy you are to force it down somebody's throat, you're not. It's not about how much money. It's not about the jewels. It's about the peace and contentment that you feel inside. And I am not ashamed to say, I done had many relationships. But this relationship I have right now, me and Mr. Randolph have been together for 5 years. We've had disagreements, but never an argument. Disagreements, but never raising in voices. Disagreements, but never cussing each other out. Disagreements, but never calling each other out our names. I didn't know it could be like this. I didn't know it could be like this. But part of it is not just because of him being lovable, but part of it is me realizing I'm better than what I had allowed. I'm better than what I had allowed. You know, Chrisean, Jaden, all the other Chriseans and Jadens out there, you're better than what you are allowing. The Christophers, the Jacobs, because women, we do some S too. Gentlemen, you're better than what you are allowing. Because just knowing and being in this relationship with my husband, I daily think about what I can do to make his life better. Why? Because he makes me feel that he's doing it for me. He inspires the best of me. Even when we're not together, he still inspires the best of me. And when I take that into the boardroom, it makes a difference in the quality of my work. It does. It makes a difference in the quality in my appearance when I step into a room. And it's not because of him. Part of it is definitely because of me. It starts with you. But because I no longer would allow certain things, I was able to recognize what I needed and what would benefit me and what would edify me. Again, this is not about necessarily Jaden, Chrisean, Blueface. There just happen to be the names of the moment. It's bigger than them. All right? Happy Sunday. Take that with you.